Good afternoon, ladies and gents. It's Inspector K with Real Deal Media, live from Toronto, Canada. Just want to say that the horror of Anna Justin Trudeau has intent to step down. We knew there's going to be some sort of trickery, and our parliament means that now it's shut down till March 24th. So Canadians do not actually have a vote or a say till March 24th, with tariffs 25% coming from USA and all kinds of other stuff. So we have absolutely no debating, no say in what's going on for the next 3 months. So we're being held hostage. And my message is to America and to you, President Trump, is finally a salute. And I'm just going to tell you, let me see if I got this straight. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? We're so proud that we have that the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched with their gallery streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does our star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free in the home of the brave. How you doing? Anyways, Inspector K out. Message for President Trump: we got this. Bring it on.
Well, we are back. Tonight's show is brought to you by Real Deal Coffee, and nothing more patriotic than some Real Deal coffee. I want to apologize for what you just saw there. I did not review Aaron. I'm gonna kill somebody after the show here tonight, and let me give you a hint. He lives in Toronto, but anyways. Did not know that was there. Tonight's show is brought to you by Real Deal Coffee. You can get your coffee on and get your coffee mug and then hit somebody over the head with it by going to realdealmedia.tv/store. Make sure to use promo code LIVE25 for 50% off on not just coffee, everybody, but virtually everything in the store. Is everything must go. It's so crazy. It's a crazy price. You can't beat it. So once again, go to realdealmedia.tv/store, promo code LIVE25. As we're now going to get to everything Canada, but to do that, that's going to bring us to some Real Deal International, and I sure love flying on the Concorde. Real Deal International, yes, it is. It's time to get in everything Canada, and I, for one, I am not going to. If I have to share a state of Canada, and one of these peoples is Doug Ford, the unpopular brother of the late Chris Ford. Boy, saying not so fast. Well, all the talk about Canada coming to the 51st state, it is exciting. But is America really ready for an Aaron Cates? I don't know. But Canadian officials counters Trump's 51st state proposal and offers to buy 2 American states. Have you heard about this? Probably not if you're not in Canada. Well, Doug Ford, who is really high off boosters and miracle jabs. Well, in this case, he's doubled, if not quadrupled, the dosage at a recent press conference. Well, he was saying a chummy kind of offer. In case you missed it, well, it's very endearing and quite charming.
You know something, to the president, I'll make him a counteroffer. How about if we buy Alaska and we'll throw in Minnesota and Minneapolis at the same time? So, it's not realistic. I know he likes making these comments and he likes joking around. I take that seriously. He may be joking, but under my watch, that will never, ever happen.
Yeah, he means business this time. He means business. He's going to take on Trump. Walls are closing in. Talk about this and a whole lot more of Canadian issues is the one and only who's back again, the crooner of Toronto, Aaron Cates. Aaron, how are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
good.
let's
Thank
talk
you.
about what we just saw there. Yes. Nickelback has nothing on you. Let's talk about this now. We're hearing Doug Ford, who obviously he's not going to buy the states here. But just before we get started and everything, what is the consensus from Canadians you've spoken to outside of your mile radius about becoming
Great
the
question.
51st state? Because we've heard rumors of 55 stars on flags. We've heard about the incredible amount of debt with not just Canada and Mexico. But what's the consensus from the average Canadian about joining the United States, which originally that's what they were set to do?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. Sorry, I apologize for the poor singing lessons there, but there was a foul stench in my area today, and I didn't know what it was. And then I realized later that the Horror of Havana was about 15 minutes away from my office. So how interesting was that? What was he doing? He was attending something I guess a memorial. There was a plane that was shot down by Iran about 4 years ago, an Air Canada flight, and he was attending. A lot of the attendees are Iranians who lost members in that flight. Didn't want him there. It was just a crazy day. I have no idea what he was really doing there. But putting that aside, okay, so how do Canadians feel? Right now, I'm getting the mixed feeling. A lot of patriots, conservatives, are saying, "Yeah, let's give it a shot." I believe the middle and to the left are absolutely not. They don't want to have. They're not even. They can't put their head around this. But there's a lot more to it than when President Trump says something. He always signals, and he sort of
Well,
like a chess player. He kind of tells us in advance that something's
yes,
happening, and there's a
yes.
lot
Now,
happening. Yeah, go
well,
ahead.
here's what I think is see, a lot of people have emotional reactions to this, and I say don't get emotional on this because this is a part of the art of the deal. What this does, it shows that let's say, in order for the United States to purchase Canada, they would have to go to the Chinese owners to do so. Let's be real here. This points out who really owns Canada. Is you have China, who, remember, the FIPA, the Federal Foreign Investment Protection Act, gives China or whoever carte blanche to put their military all over the great country of Canada, as we see it. But
Right.
do
I
you
want to point
see
out,
that?
yeah,
Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead.
yeah. Well, we're going to get into a few different clips that's going to point out who owns Canada very soon. But I just want to point out, like right now, President Trump wants to put 25% tariffs on Canadian goods and services. So basically, it's going to cost Canadians about $200 billion a year. Even the Horror of Havana has said that it would absolutely, what did he say? It would cripple Canadian economy. It would dissolve Canada, is actually what he said in quotes, I believe. So if that's the case, right now, we all understand that Trudeau on Monday, he came out and he said he intends to resign. Well, what does that mean? He's going to resign when his party chooses a new leader. Haven't done that yet. They have till March 24th to actually choose a leader, and if they don't, there's going to be an election really, really soon after. That being said, our parliament, he also has shut down. That means there's no debating, there's no problem solving. So we got all these tariffs from President Trump that he's going to threaten to put on Canadians, $200 billion. That's going to cause issues in the economy. And we can't debate about it in our parliament. Our parliament is completely shut down. So it's kind of like we're being held hostage right now. But are we shut down, or is there something more to it? And Dean, I'd really like to get into these clips that is going to prove who
Well,
owns
here,
Canada right
let
now.
me show a few things here. Many people,
Let's
this
do
is
it.
from Donald Trump. Many people in Canada love being the 51st state. The United States can no longer suffer the massive trade deficits, subsidies that Canada needs to stay afloat. Uh, Justin Trudeau knew this and resigned, and Canada merged, totally secure from the threat of Russia, Chinese ships, all the whole thing. And here's another. I want to just to show people how this is being framed. I want to show just a few seconds of this, Aaron, and then I want to get into what you know about someone who may or may not be stepping down. But here is what they're showing in the mainstream here on social media.
Donald Trump wasting no time, Joy, in weighing in on Justin Trudeau's resignation. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's a lengthy statement on True Social. He says, many people in Canada love being the 51st state. They can no longer suffer the massive trade deficit and subsidies that Canada needs to stay afloat. Justin Trudeau knew this and resigned. Well, we know that not to be true. Canadians do not relish being the 51st state. I think a poll I saw said maybe 13% in Alberta might want to do that. Elon Musk also weighing in, Vashi, mocking Trudeau, saying, well, 2025 is shaping up to be a good year. Trump won and Trudeau resigned. I've been speaking to some people, Chris Sands with the Woodrow Wilson Center, who watches American-Canada relations. And he says the big question
Is that
for
human?
Americans right now is who is in charge? It's going to take many months for a leadership convention for the Liberals. Who deals with tariffs? Who deals with a renegotiation of the free trade pact? A lot of questions out there. Chris Stam said that Donald Trump, take him seriously when he says he's going to slap tariffs on countries, including Canada, on all goods and services, 25%. He means it. Whether it's a negotiating tactic or not, it's going to happen. And Americans are saying, well, wait a second, who's in charge? Now, there are many committees, Vashi, out there that are now looking at this. But I got to be honest with you, right now in Washington,
It's all about January 6th.
Well, it's all about January 6th until it's not. In fact, here's another thing. Justin Trudeau, there isn't a snowball's chance in hell that Canada would become the part of the United States. Workers and communities, both our countries benefit from being each other's trading and security partner. Elon Musk says, girl, you're not even the governor of Canada anymore, so it doesn't matter.
That was a good one. Well, he is a feminist, so XYZ.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Okay,
awesome. Doing good.
let's get into it now. And we have a lot of people are pouring in comments all over the place. People are torn up. We'll try to address that after here. But what do we have here, Aaron? Walk us through the mist, will you?
Okay, so I was on the Brad Barton show on Monday, and I was going over a little bit of this, and I want to explain it again because I think it's really important. A lot of people don't know this, and I've confirmed it with several sources, but we're still looking into it. It's all new this in the last couple of weeks. I'm going to read it now, but just want to say Donald Trump Jr. was in Greenland, I think yesterday or maybe even today. So there is some seriousness going on here. Okay, so let's read, Dean. Okay. So in case you were wondering, the Corporation of Canada is owned by the United States Corporation. So all this talk of the 51st state has already been the case for decades. President Trump is likely aware of this. So this is on the U.S. Department website here, Canada. So you can see it's got the central index key, location DC, business address, Canadian Embassy, foreign governments, international corp, and it's got the address of the embassy there, mailing address, Department of Finance, 90 Elgin, Ottawa Street. So that's the first clip. So now if we can keep it moving. Okay, so there you go. So that's the first one.
Yeah, there you have it. And as you can see here, everybody, if you're just tuning in, this is the actual corporation. This is the purchase. Now, it just a quick history lesson. The Louisiana Purchase. Why Canada never became part of the U.S. is France and Napoleon put a stop to that. And everything has to do with Quebec and Montreal.
Yeah.
Canada was supposed to be part of the U.S. There's not much difference between our countries, anyways. I'd be surprised if it's a whole turnover, but it might just be kind of a province where we're just the backbone. It's complicated stuff, but let's continue, shall we, Aaron?
Yes, let's do it. Okay, so
so here we
next
go.
slide. Yeah.
We have the next one here.
Yeah, so America owns Canada, a holding of Washington, D.C., which interfered in the 2020 elections. So under executive order, which everyone has talked about and knows about it, 13848, it was seized along with its juristic federal province of Canada. This is done deal, folks. Squabble if you must, but it is still a done deal as of 4 years ago. And if you can go to the bottom of it, yeah, just make it a little bit bigger.
Go ahead. Look at that.
An American corporation registered in Washington, D.C. on July 1st, 1867. That is the year Canada was born. July 1st is our Canadian Day of Independence, if you want to call it, Canada Day, as a judicial state of D.C. And to the right there, Canada is part of the United States, Title 5, State of the Meaning on 311-005 Government Code. And basically, it's go ahead.
Aaron, that's really incredible stuff. Let's continue here as now here's a little closer up. Here's something that's bigger here.
Yeah.
You have so you can see it a bit better. An American corporation registered. Yeah, right there. Canada is just water commerce, no landmass. In fact, of all recorded law, all the trash. Yeah. So then this goes into maritime law. Okay, there's a lot of maritime law used in those days. Okay, continuing, we have Canada as part of the United States, and the several state has meaning assigned by section, blah, 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 includes province of Canada. So you could look this up. If you're watching this at home, we're actually showing the actual penal codes of the purchase of Canada. Okay. And, it's all
pretty sure.
Proofs in the pudding. I mean, there's a reason why we share hockey and baseball teams. Okay. What do we have here? Go ahead.
Okay, so these are the receipts. Canada was seized along with Panama Canal and Greenland. Why do you think Trump team sent this post out a couple days ago? That was probably a few more days ago now, to prepare people of those countries mentally for the changes coming. So Canada is technically owned by the USA Incorporated, Greenland and Panama, Panama Canal as well. This
So,
um,
yeah, Panama Canal, Greenland, Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I was saying, Aaron, and you can back me up. America cannot come back. Trump cannot come back with a dirty Canada, with a communist infested globalist
he knows that. He knows
continent.
that. Correct.
And we've been saying that for years. We can't have a full comeback when there's an alleyway to the partners up north, who, by the way, your own government's killing you with euthanasia.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's going to take your friendly neighbors from to help our Canadian
It
neighbors.
is.
We are the
Yep,
same
we-
people. We are North
We need
Americans.
the help. We need the help. It's 911 now. Like, I mean, I don't know what they're trying to get us from all angles, from Miracles, Maid.
Aaron needs
They're
help.
trying to.
Aaron needs help.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I
worry.
got you. There's baby Aaron with the ribbon on his head, and Trump wins. There you have it.